Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Brendan, and in today's video, we're going to be covering Phase 1, Weeks 3 and 4 of the program. I'm going to give you an update so you know what I've been working on and you can get an idea for yourself of the kind of, assignments that you'll be working on. So let's dive in. So in the first update, when I did Weeks 1 and 2, I spent a bit of time going through some background on the program again. Today, I want to primarily focus on the assignments that I've been working on. In week 3, we learned about the fundamentals of interaction design. We had 2 assignments and 1 quiz. And as I mentioned in the last update video, we're working on a travel app, so those are what our assignments are based on. So in week 3, we had to create a medium fidelity wireframe to solve a specific use case. The second assignment for the week was to take that wireframe and make it a prototype within InVision. Basically, we take that sketch file, we upload the PNG images into InVision, and then build out interactions so that way it can be a working prototype. And then you submit those, and then you get feedback. In this week's video of those 2 assignments, we're going to be focusing on the first part of that section, the medium fidelity wireframe. So let's take a look at this. Hey guys, as I mentioned, we're going to look through the medium fidelity wireframes I've been working on. This is the assignment that I submitted in week 3. I actually took the assignment and made it a lot better for future assignments because we have to basically take what we've worked on and continue building on it each week. So I'm going to show you the feedback that I kind of got and then some revisions that I made. I will say this is not a very good wireframe from my perspective. I can do a lot better. The reason being I only spent about 3 hours, which may sound like a lot, but in reality wasn't that much time put in. So let's take a look at the screens here. So what we had to do is create a use case for a couple that was going to book surfing lessons, and we could choose any city. I chose Napoli. That's where my family is originally from, in Italy. So in this case, we have the person clicking the Napoli tag, and that would take them to the next screen. And then from here, you would explore Napoli, and then you'd click surfing lessons. And from surfing lessons, you would go in and you would pick the place that you want to book your lesson, which is Capri Surf Shop. And then you would fill out this assignment. So I'm not going to show you every screen because it really wasn't a very good screen, but I got a bunch of feedback on things that I need to fix. And so what I did is I took this assignment and made it much better. So here is the loading screen. This is what I'm actually going to have to do is create a high fidelity prototype. And so I redid the whole assignment, made it a lot better. So the loading screen will be here. Then where would you like to go? It'll be a similar thing. They'll click on Napoli here. Basically, I'm going to be adding the UI, the visuals, the images today, and then I'm going to submit that for this next assignment, and I'll probably go over it in a few weeks here. So they'll click on Napoli, and then from here you can select the dates to get a weather forecast, which is a problem that we're trying to solve. So they'll select the dates, hit save, and then it'll give you high, low, and average. And then top activities to do would be the next thing they click, top activities. And then from here you can sort. And this is kind of similar to Yelp as far as the interface goes. And then they would click on rating. And over here, I did not make the change, so I'm actually going to do that right now, is put rating. So over here it will be sorted by rating, as you can see, 99, 97, and so on and so forth. They'll click on Capri Surf Shop, and this is the page where they will be able to book the reservation. And then from here I've pre-selected these because it's not going to be something they'll do in the prototype. They'll click the reserve, and then from here this is the confirmation, and then they can invite their friends, which is a text, and then they'll have access to the contacts, and that will be kind of the framework for the medium fidelity wireframe, and it will be a high fidelity here in a matter of hours. So this is the assignment that I've been working on. You guys can let me know if you have any thoughts as far as how I can improve it. I would say my user interface skills are developing, but I could definitely improve. But hope this kind of helps give you an idea of things that you might be working on. Now in week 4, we learned about visual design. We had 2 assignments for the week. The first assignment was style tiles, which is essentially a way to show the look and feel of how the application is going to look like. I had to create 2 different style tiles. The goal was to make them almost opposites, completely coming from 2 different spectrums. Reason for this is you want to have different ideas to run with, and so that's the assignment we're going to be covering today. The other assignment was to take the medium fidelity prototype or wireframe and make it high fidelity, giving it the visual look and feel based on the style tiles. So let's look at the style tiles now. So now we're going to be looking at the style tiles that I've been working on, and this is only 2 screens. Essentially, every time you submit an assignment, we'll do it in InVision. So I'll go in here. I'm going to show you it in Sketch, similar to what I did in the last assignment, but basically there would be a white box, so it would look more like this. But I had to have 2 different style directions. We had to have essentially an H1 and H2, and then some paragraph text, a couple of buttons, descriptions of what the brand would be like, so that's why there's 4. I made a logo for this, wasn't required, but I thought it would be a nice little additive. And then some icons and the colors. And I got feedback that the colors did look faded, which they do, and I'm not fully sure if that was just the color coding that I chose. I should have just made it a little darker when I chose it. But you get tips on how to choose colors, and there's tools out there that I'm sure I'll make a video on at some point. And then this is just a quick little screen. This one I spent a lot more time and energy on, and this is actually what I'm going to be going with. So this just kind of same thing, you know, buttons, iconography, colors. The 4th color will actually be this gray. So let me show you it over here. I took the colors, I'm trying to make it a little darker, but realistically I'm not going to be going with this one. I'm going to be going with this one over here. So yeah, like I said, the assignment was to create 2 style tiles to give 2 different options for what it would look like, and then to choose one and go with it. So as I showed you in the medium fidelity wireframe, this is actually the logo I'm going to be using. So yeah, another visual assignment that you'd be working on if you do Flatiron. Thank you again for watching the video. Next week, I'm going to be talking about what you should look for when choosing a UX bootcamp. This video is going to be primarily focused on the areas of the program that you should focus on, not so much the schools. So if this is something that you'd be interested in, make sure to come back. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment with questions you have in the comment section below. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for joining.